Dry fasting combined with the law of attraction is essentially what this video is about. Godlike manifestations by dry fasting and visualizing, dreaming, affirming, and praying. I champion dry fasting for manifestation over all other modalities because the power gained can be described as godlike. Not semen retention, not meditation, sun gazing, plant diets, breath work, or any other type of mode of fasting have I come across that equals the power of the dry fast. Some of those practices to more or lesser degree can be combined with dry fasting to make it even stronger. But, as a direct comparison between all of them, dry fasting is king. I've dry fasted for nearly 10 years and have been through some of the most intense dry fasts. I was always aware of the rapid changes it caused in my reality. In the last few years, I began to study it. And only a few times did I try manifesting while in this altered state of consciousness with miraculous results. Things that I could only attribute to me dry fasting as a result of these desires happening faster. Whereas before in my normal state it just seemed like these desires had little effect, or there is a long time period between what I was imagining or affirming and seeing it manifest in reality. Or I had to put in an extreme amount of inner work and effort to see results. Well, as I entered the dry fasting state, the resistances or extreme effort no longer was an issue as I started seeing profound changes in myself and the reality around me as I found myself almost immediately walking the path of my desire. Now, these changes were happening so rapidly that I could see how things were manifesting as I go through the experience. It was no longer something that I had to forget about or let go of for a long time and let the desire sneak up on me. No, it was happening before my eyes. I've learned to categorize this power into 3 phases I call strong, enhanced, and super. The following is a description of these levels of power. 1. Strong manifestations. The dry fast is between 1 to 3 days. That is, the mind and body are clearing themselves. The system is turning off, and it's evident by how you feel that meditation, visualization, and emotions are stronger and better than before. Your manifestation powers are growing, unfortunately, in some instances not strong enough to manifest difficult desires much more rapidly to see undeniable proof. Two, enhanced manifestation. This is probably the sweet spot. After 3 days of dry fasting, you begin hitting the sweet spot of day 4. This is where it starts getting good. Days 4 to 7. Here's where I have manifested some miraculous things easier, faster, and with greater efficiency, and there being less resistance from myself and the world around me. What people would normally think of as big and difficult to manifest, I was affecting reality within days. 3. Super manifestation. After a slight transition on day 8. Day 9 presents the true beginning of the experience of a super self. Expansion of consciousness. The greatest fears are losing power rapidly begins on this day with the experience of the bliss state. I have no conscious manifestation experience here. Only unconscious experiences of my reality rapidly changing according to this bliss state. This state is the quality of super frequencies. An enlightened state. The longer you dry fast, the more power you gain, becoming godlike. Being able to call things into being by your imagination and watch it unfold in more real time, being aware that things have rapidly shifted more than what your normal state would have allowed. Those different levels of the dry fast are also similar to the altered experience of time and space. That also is a huge factor in realizing your desires in shorter amounts of time and different pathways. Basically, the longer you dry fast, the more power you gain and the less time and space you experience. That means your desires will manifest faster in reality. Because your consciousness expands means your frequency is higher, which means things are manifesting faster in your reality to your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and action. To better understand this, let us give out some power levels here. Your normal state would be a power level of 1 is the strength of your magnetization, your frequency, and consciousness level. That level is weak and not very strong in its attraction. So things that you try to manifest take a long time, and the pathways to that manifestation are congested with traffic. Strong manifestation and your power level rise between a 2 to 3. This level is stronger. It's the equivalent of driving faster and to taking detour routes to get to the desire quicker. Still, significant time passes and there is less awareness that anything is happening. Power level 4 to 7. Enhanced manifestation and your power level grows exponentially and is powerful enough to have great effects upon reality. And here is possible to attract things that are unavailable to the previous levels. This is like taking tollways and bypassing congested traffic. This level is strong enough to attract most things a person desires. Power level 8 to 10. Super manifestation. The most powerful state of the dry fast. The most difficult to reach. This is like taking super highways and traveling across the sky. You get a feeling of flying across, up above. Moving at great speeds in flight. These are the different levels, and of course, there are sub-levels within those. So as time and space change, the longer you dry fast, the ways and means of achieving any manifestation become shorter and shorter. In other words, faster and faster routes to achieving the manifestation are presented according to the intensity of the power you're putting out. If a person's frequency falls lower and lower, the more and more they eat and drink, gaining and storing fat and diseases. Then the opposite must also be true. The longer a person goes without eating and drinking, the more his body eats the fat as well as every other energy source, and his frequency raises higher and higher. Because dry fasting is so destructive and intense in its approach. It humbles you and allows you to feel the world around you. Normally, we are so numb to life. But dry fasting increases this connection between us and everything around us. Your connection must grow within yourself and to everything around you if you want your manifestations to occur faster and to be able to manifest things that were difficult before. Most people who have dry fasted have probably been unaware of the power they momentarily held. Just as I was. Not only for that, but also because usually, the dry fast makes you very passive. You are tired and fatigued. Even thinking can be a burden. But I tell you that if you find the strength to imagine and dream or affirm that which you want the most while you have this power, it will manifest into your reality as very little will stand in its way. So, thus then, this is the act of totally surrendering to God. All that you are. Pleading your case for something that you want in your life. And the longer you dry fast, the more that doorways to heaven open and the more you prove yourself worthy. With each preceding level you reach, you gain more of God's power to use in whichever way you see fit. This power works for good as well as evil. Choose the best possible manifestations and move into the dream. While you gain this eternal power, keep your mind focused only on that which you want and imagine the best you can. There are so many interesting things about dry fasting to talk about, such as intelligence gained, how one heals themselves and others, as well as the waking dream. Please subscribe for more content like this.